Tonight, Comedy Central Sports presents BattleBots. Voltronic vows not to be picked on by bigger brother. Then Complete Control tries to uproot Super Chiabot. Next, it's current super heavyweight champion, Minion. He looks to keep from getting an atomic wedgie. And finally, Toro wants to make Travolta Raptor extinct. This Comedy Central Sports presentation of BattleBots is brought to you by the United States Army. Be all you can be. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada, where the showgirls are pretty and the robots are deadly. Hello, everyone, and welcome to BattleBots. I'm Sean Salisbury. He is Bill Dwyer. The first fight features Voltronic going up against the British heavyweight bigger brother. Bill, tell us how these guys match up.
Voltronic's builder, Stephen Felk, is perhaps the most intense builder in the sport. Its weapon is an articulated lifting bar with 3 sharpened steel fangs. Bigger Brother is the last remaining heavyweight British bot in this tournament. Builders Ian and Joe Watts armed their robot with a CO2-powered ram flipper capable of committing a complete opponent overthrow.
You know, Bill, since they took out Mahler 5150, Bigger Brother has been the talk of this tournament. Let's take a look at this killer.
I'm a team captain from Bigger Brother. This is my second sister, Megan. This is my first sister, Ellie. Down here is my mom. If we go into the garage, it's my dad. As captain of the team, I tell Daddy what to do sometimes.
Now that you've met the family, here's their bot, Bigger Brother.
This is Bigger Brother.
Even the Carrot Top captain knows about respecting Daddy's rules.
These earphones are for when we do something very loud.
But Mom's rule is the most important one of all.
Robots not allowed in the house.
It's fighting time. Let's go to Mark Birrell for the introduction.
Square, he'll deface you, he'll disgrace you. Odds are he will waste you. Here is Voltronic. And its opponent in the blue square, he will whack you like no other. He's one mean and wicked mother. It's Bigger Brother.
I'll tell you what, Stephen Felk believes that in the future, the quality and violence of the robots is going to skyrocket.
Ian and Joe Watts used the school playground as a testing arena for their robot.
Get a load of this fight. It's going to be a good one. The box is locked, the lights are on, it's robot fighting time. Bigger Brother pulled off an upset early. Let's get this one going as he beat Mahler 5150. He has become a favorite now in this tournament.
But he's got a lot on his hands because the new and improved Voltronic was a heavyweight finalist in the last tournament.
There you see Stephen Felk, the driver of Voltronic, getting underneath and doing some lifting right over the kill saws as Bigger Brother now is on the defense, and you can only hold this man for 30 seconds before you have to release him in BattleBots with those hazards coming out right away, Bill.
I don't care how much steel you got underneath. If you're being held over the kill saws for that long, there's going to be some damage.
Not only damage, but points will be scored as you see Voltronic with the leverage on Bigger Brother. And once again, remember, we have the greatest upset in BattleBots history to date as he pulled it off on Mahler 5150. But right now, he's on the defensive as Bigger Brother is being attacked by Voltronic.
Bigger Brother showed the power of those left-hand shields that he's got by taking on Mahler right away, but he's not doing much right now against Voltronic.
No, he isn't. Trying to maneuver around, stay away from the hazards. There's Stephen Felk, the driver of Voltronic. There's the Hellraisers coming up, trying to flip him over, but to no avail. There's little Ian and Joe Watts' corner there. The redhead driving Bigger Brother. As Voltronic now trying to stay on the attack, and Bigger Brother trying to score some points.
So hard to get under Voltronic. He's so low to the ground. And look at his wedge. It's almost like on the sides. It feeds other robots into the center where you can grab them with that tooth.
We're under halfway. Bill, are you as surprised at all that Bigger Brother's not been more attacked like he was against Mahler 5150?
I think Bigger Brother's shown his inexperience right now. That's all. He's not as good a driver as Stephen Felk and Voltronic.
Well, both Stephen Felk almost drove Voltronic into those pulverizers, but able to get away without any damage done. And there's the kill saws, flipping Big Brother a couple feet across the arena. Voltronic, we're under a minute now. Voltronic leading on my points, and the kill saws get Voltronic a little bit, but not a lot of damage to either one of these bots.
Here comes the lift, and you can see he has got Bigger Brother hooked. And now he wants to take him. He's either going to the kill saws or they're going to the pulverizers, Sean.
And Stephen Felk knows exactly where they are. He's got underneath now Bigger Brother as the methodical charge starts towards the spike strip.
And the pulverizers.
Under 30 seconds as we wind down the pulverizers, punishing Bigger Brother now as the crowd appreciates it. A little bit of a standing ovation for the ability of Stephen Felk to drive the machine.
The crowd loves carnage, and in Bigger Brother's favor, I haven't seen his lifting arm work at all. That must be out.
I am shocked by the lack of offense. Take a look, flipped over. Bigger Brother on his back as Voltronic trying to ride this one down.
Look at that, Sean. He uses his arm. Voltronic pins him with his arm so he can't get up. No time left in the fight. You got beaten like a red-headed stepchild, my little friend.
Let's get to the replay, Bill, as Voltronic dominated this bout.
Here we see Voltronic driving Bigger Brother into the kill saws. Next, Voltronic grips Bigger Brother, then rams it into the wall, flipping it over. Beautiful drive.
Let's get down to the floor for the official decision.
A 43-12 decision for the red square, Voltronic.
Battlestats reflected the fight perfectly. We saw Voltronic edge out Bigger Brother and hit 6-4, but had a distinct advantage in lifts and hazard damages.
Let's go down to the floor and find out what went wrong and what went right.
That was a tough match.
Yeah, it was.
What you did exactly?
My philosophy was real simple. I just go at him, and I was able to get underneath him and grab a hold of him a couple times, and I was trying to get him into the hazards, but there's a lot of dirt on the floor, so I'm not getting really good traction, so I was sliding around a little bit.
Well,
Plus, that'd be great, yeah. Could you get the maiden to do a little vacuum in your matches? I'd really appreciate that.
Super Chiabot is getting its last-minute watering, while Complete Control ponders total domination. Information on BattleBots and how you can enter a fighting robot in the BattleBots competition, log on to BattleBots.com.
Only in Las Vegas, Nevada can you have an all-you-can-eat buffet of destruction. This next bout features Complete Control and a weapon-enhanced Super Chiabot, Bill.
Let's take a look. Derek Young's Complete Control has built a new style robot, a clamp bot. Its lifting claw consists of an electric lifting fork and a pneumatic grabbing arm that forms a channel lock vice grip on opponents. Super Chiabot is the creation of Will and Cassidy Wright. In its first form, Super Chiabot was merely mechanical vegetation. This incarnation adds a front spinning disc to tear through opponents.
Let's get this thing going with some introductions so the trouble can begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a BattleBots middleweight contest. Introducing in the red square to my right, held without bail and denied conjugal visit, here is Complete Control. And in the blue square, here to make war and other robots soar, introducing Super Chiabot.
And the box is locked, the lights are on. It's robot fighting time. Super Chiabot and Complete Control is coming right after Super Chiabot.
Super Chiabot is a multi-bot. You saw right at the beginning of the fight, releases 2 mini-bots. It's actually 3 bots now.
3 on 1, but you see Complete Control getting underneath Super Chiabot, and that'll score points with the judges.
Super Chiabot, the mini-bots act as doorstops. What they want to do is get behind the other robots and hamper their progress.
We'll see how effective they are, both these new designs here in BattleBots. Oh, take a look. That's what Derek Young brings to the table with Complete Control. He's going to try to land that pile driver and flip him over. Wasn't able to pull it off, but still got him clamped in there.
That's why we call him a clamp bot. Look how strong that arm is. Clamps down on other bots, picks him up, so well designed. He's got the forks in front, gives him better balance. He can lift, but oh man!
Oh, take a look at that. check out the crowd as they appreciate what's going on. Super Chiabot's on his back, cannot flip over, and you see Complete Control now struggling to get himself right as he is also on his back now.
Complete Control should be able to flip himself over with the help of that clamping arm.
And
He's working it. He's
trying to
also
do
getting
that.
a little help from the mini-bot.
And right now, the incapacitation, you're not going to see Super Chiabot do much of anything. This is all dictated by what Complete Control does. It looks like he's having trouble getting over because he appears to be stuck now on Super Chiabot. Now, this is interesting. What happens in a fight like this? It's been dominated by Complete Control. If they can't get away from each other, what do?
The mini-bots are still working. We can let them fight.
Each other.
Yeah.
As we see now, both of these robots incapacitated, can't flip over, and this becomes a problem as you see the referee now. We got some, they're called timeout. As you saw the referee show us, they're going to try to separate these two bots. Super Chiabot now gets to get back into this fight, and they'll start it all over again, but in the middle of the fight wherever the time stops.
It's like a yellow flag in racing.
That's exactly right. We will continue here.
Super Chiabot's saw isn't even working. The vegetation does act as a device to help soften blows from other bots, but that won't work against Complete Control because he is a grabber.
And you can see Super Chiabot trying to run away now from that clamp of Complete Control. We're under a minute here now. Derek Young, remember last year drove pressure drops. He was a little bit controversial at the end of the fight. Comes back with this new design, and it may change the way we look at BattleBots as Complete Control now continuing to chase after Super Chiabot and got him in the clamp again.
And Super Chiabot drove himself right into the jaws right there. Complete Control taking him over to the kill saws. Gonna lay some damage on him. And the vegetation isn't helping now.
Sure is. A Complete Control just continues to lift up and slam down Super Chiabot. He's not getting a lot of help from those mini-bots.
Look at the front struts on Complete Control. They got cut off by the kill saws, but still he's able to lift and utterly dominate Super Chiabot.
We're winding down here. This fight's getting close to the end, and Super Chiabot's been dominating this fight by Complete Control.
The mini-bots were not able to help at all.
And there's the buzzer. This fight's over. An appreciative crowd still taking through these replays.
Complete Control lifts Super Chiabot for the first time here. Super Chiabot gets the kill saws treatment. Then Complete Control flips both robots over.
Great fight by Complete Control, but it's not official until we get the judge's decision. Down to the battle box we go.
A 38-7 decision for the red square. Complete Control.
Complete Control with a thrilling win, and he brings a devastating new dimension to this sport. He is a clamp bot with the ability to body slam. Bill, tell me about the battle stats of this crazy match.
This crazy, beautiful match. Complete Control dominated the battle stats the way it dominated the fight. He had 7 hits to Super Chiabot's 2. Super Chiabot got in 2 hazard damages to Complete Control's 4, but Complete Control won with 5 lifts to none.
Well, we got to see what happened with these gladiators. Let's go down to the floor to see how they feel.
Derek, you had your way with Chiabot from the beginning.
It was close. I took a lot of damage that I wasn't really expecting to take, and I was worried there when we both flipped over, but luckily they paused it.
So Cassidy, what happened out there?
That flipper arm just fits perfectly over this robot. So
I know it resembled a WWF match out there.
We move into the super heavyweight category with our next robotic showdown as Atomic Wedgie battles the super heavyweight champion, Minion. Metal Tearing action is next when super heavyweights collide. And remember, don't construct or operate a robot or a BattleBot without proper supervision. We're back with the super heavyweight contest of this Slam Fest. The reigning champ Minion, he's improved and ready to take on any young upstart, and Atomic Wedgie is it. Bill's got the tail of the tape.
The tale goes like this. Robert Everhart got the inspiration for Atomic Wedgie from the police department's bomb disposal robot. This machine's got titanium armor and trifoils with tungsten tips that spin at 1,500 RPM. Builder Kristen Carlberg brings us a new Minion still equipped with a fireman's emergency saw. But up front, he's added a scoop wedge made from Lexan.
Let's get to the pre-fight lowdown.
Christian gearing up last year's super heavyweight champ Minion. How do you fight him in this first fight?
Well, you know what? I'm going to slam him, beat him up, and then I'm going to cut him in half.
It's time for talking us through. Let's go to the floor.
Introducing in the corner to my right, there's no denying the devastation he's supplying. It's the BattleBots Super Heavyweight Champion, Minion! This BattleBot will yank your chassis up between your linear actuator abruptly and with great force. In the blue square, introducing Atomic Wedgie.
And driver, are you ready?
Christian cites Legos as a big influence for developing his young mind.
Atomic Wedgie's builder is a former Navy man having served time on a nuclear submarine.
Well, the box is locked, the lights are on, and it's robots fighting time in the super heavyweight division, Atomic Wedgie. And there you see Minion, the reigning super heavyweight champion. And these are both going to attack each other, and you see them both going after each other right away.
Oh, there's our slam cam getting a good view of the action.
I'll tell you what, that would have been a major upset early on for these two. With Minion going out, that would have been crazy. Look at the kill stall.
Alexander's shield goes flying off his wedge.
Wow, look at this now. Look at the Atomic Wedgie going after Minion in this, and Minion on the retreat. And that's not like Minion. He's usually the dominant in the super heavyweight.
Losing that Lexan is huge for Minion because now that allows Atomic Wedgie to really get up underneath him.
You know, you're used to seeing super heavyweights kind of slow and not moving in boxing, not in BattleBots. Oh, look at that!
The champ is on his back!
Down goes Minion right away as Atomic Wedgie gets underneath, flips him into the boards, and this could be the end and a major upset for Christian Carlberg and Minion, as Atomic Wedgie right now is the dominant bot.
Let's take a look through the slam cam.
Wow. 3, 2,
That's it. He's got no way to right himself. The champ is out.
Wow, how about that? Bill, we got to see these highlights as Minion is upset by Atomic Wedgie.
Take a look. Minion drives Atomic Wedgie onto the kill sauce for a little dance, but Minion takes some damage himself. Lexan wedge cover goes flying. Atomic Wedgie drives Minion into the wall and flips him over.
Oh, we got to make it official, so let's go to the box for the decision.
In the blue square, Atomic Wedgie.
There's no question you have to add this to the list of huge upsets we've already seen in the tournament. And Bill, tell us about the battle stats. Unbelievable this fight was.
What a fight. Atomic Wedgie had 7 hits to Minion's 4. They both had 2 hazard damages, but Atomic Wedgie had the lead 1-0 in flips. That's all he needed.
And the fight ends in a knockout for Atomic Wedgie. Let's go down to the floor for some post-interviews.
How do you even fight a wedge like that?
You know, it's tough. It's funny because right after the match, he goes, you know, you guys were my inspiration, and they were pleased with his punch. And they, you know, I tried to outdrive him, and I drove right into the wall, basically.
You beat Minion. Your first time at BattleBots. How's that feel?
Oh, it's awesome. We are so happy. We built this robot specifically to fight Minion, and it worked.
Did you? You saw it on BattleBots? You're like, I want him?
Oh, we want him bad. We want to be the king.
Hey, this fight extravaganza is not over. The bonus fight between Tripoltaraptor and the terrible Toro is coming up next.
4 fights in one show. They're spoiling us. And with the super heavyweight, sparks will fly, robots will die. End of story.
I love that saying. You're a genius. The next fight features Tripoltaraptor against Toro, which, as you bilingual fans may know, is Spanish for bull.
You are the genius. Robert Pitzer built Tripoltaraptor and armed him with a hydraulic squishing jaw. Builders Reason Bradley and Alexander Rose have developed a fast, high-force ram technology, making Toro's flipping arm one of the deadliest in the sport. Here's Bill Nye talking with Reason Bradley, Toro's builder, about his game plan.
What's your strategy here?
Pretty much our strategy is to flip everything over that gets in our way. Being able to throw a robot 3-4 feet in the air and let it land will tend to break things loose and
shake it up. Yeah. Now, what about you getting flipped yourself or lifted up yourself?
Basically, our forklift arm, if we're flipped over on our back, it'll flip us back and right ourselves.
Well, best of luck in flipping other bots, my friend. The box is locked. The lights are on. It's robot fighting time. Tripoltaraptor against Toro botters you see coming at the right-hand part of your screen, and neither one of these bots are known for their quickness, but I'll tell you, they can strike. You got to be alert for that lifting arm on Toro.
Neither of them driving too well. Tripultaraptor wants to grab on to Toro and whip him around. Toro almost flipping himself.
And you know, Tripultaraptor kind of got a Jurassic look to him.
Man!
Take a look at that. One swing of the wrist.
One flip from Toro. Man, that is a powerful lifting arm.
It didn't take much, and it didn't take a lot. Just a quick flick. And now look at Toro's drive Tripultaraptor to the pulverizers and to the spike strips, and this one could be over before it began.
He wants to send him to the pulverizer. Do it, I say. Do it. He's almost flipping him back onto his feet.
Now, why would you, if you're Toro, try to flip him back over and let him back in the fight?
Because he's a man, my friend.
It's getting counted down now. That didn't take long.
That didn't take long at all.
It sure didn't. Toro dominates from the get-go, and it took one flick of the wrist to end this fight. Take a look at the replay, Bill.
The replay's as long as the fight. Boom. Tripultaraptor gets flipped over.
Ladies and
There it is again.
The time.
Let's go down to the official decision. As Toro's going to move on.
By a knockout in the blue square, Toro.
Four great fights with four winners who dominated their opponents. There was some awesome carnage to choose from. Here's the hit of the week.
And it's Toro flipping Tripultaraptor into extinction.
It's been another exciting night for fighting. So for Heidi Mark, Randy and Jason Sklar, and Bill Nye, I'm Sean Salisbury.
And I'm Bill Dwyer. Next week, the destruction continues. Join us.
You're watching Comedy Central. Stay tuned for more of the rabid robots of BattleBots. Next.